Hi, this is a demo of the Ramp Lab. So my group gathered the following data, and I've already keyed it in, and we ran the car 16 times down the ramp and gathered time A of 0.012, time B of 0.0097, and a time AB of 0.0587. Time A shows how long it took the car to go through Photogate A. Time B shows the time it took the car to go through Photogate B, and time AB shows the amount of time between turning Photogate A on and turning Photogate B off. And then you had the position time or position data that was already there. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to make a line graph of time A. So that means you only highlight time A information, and you go to Insert, a Chart, and it makes a line graph. And again, if it doesn't, you choose Line Chart, because this one we actually want it to connect the dots. If you want to put a scatter chart on there and turn on that Customize in Series and turn on the trend line, that's okay too. And it is a line, okay? It is a line. So let's do that so that we can actually see what we're doing. When we have this, it goes right here under time A graph. Remember, you do need to be sure that it has its own, it only has one label because it only has one set of data, okay? Then it says make a line graph, and what do you notice? Well, I notice that it is pretty much the same line, pretty much the same time. And the reason for that is Photogate A didn't move, so it should take about the same time to go through. Notice that the Photogate is measuring to the nearest 10,000th of a second, so that's pretty fast. Then it says make a line graph of time B. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to highlight my B data. I'm going to insert a chart. And this one gives me a scatter chart, which is nice. I can do a line chart. Either one is perfectly fine. You'll notice that there's a jump in there. And I don't really know why that jump is in there, other than that's where the Photogate itself, the gap was, right? The bridge, you can't go over the bridge. So I'm going to shrink it down so it fits over here. And you'll notice that's really kind of nice looking data. Okay. And then it says, what do you notice about that? What does it mean? Well, notice that it is not a line, that it's a curve. And it is going from having a positive slope to no slope at all, but it's actually in reverse. So it means that it takes less time to go through Photogate B at the bottom of the ramp than at the top, because it's accelerating. It's getting faster. Now it says make an XT graph of columns A and B. So again, we're going to highlight both of those, insert a chart. It is a pretty scatter chart. It shows our gap nicely. You do want to do your trend line, and that's over here in the instructions. Okay, you want to do your trend line, but you want to turn on polynomial degree 2, and I always like to change my color so that I can see it a little bit better, and make it 100% capacity so that it is there. I also want to turn on the label of the equation. That's going to come in handy in just a minute. So we're going to move that down to its position and shrink it down just a tad so that it fits a little bit better. And it says trend line polynomial degree 2, use the equation as the label. So what is your equation? Well, my equation says negative 0.536 plus 83.3x plus 206x squared. So last question, what is clearly happening as the car goes down the ramp? It is accelerating. speeding up in a positive direction. Thanks.